All right. So one thing you will always notice is that this being, from his perspective, is always being antagonized by the divine feminine, the woman with the big high crowns, bouffante hair, uh, stylish, blue in this realm, just like her people with the silicon trees that were torn down in the background. This is where we're at. This is considerably a cartoon version of what, Phoenix, Arizona. So they're telling you that you was blue in here. That's what they're telling you. The maker, her version out of the 12 versions that I've seen, one of them is blue. And from what I can see from the front side of her, she was bald. Uh, Very nice breast and legs. Very nice. Okay, so, and occasionally they're the way they are, man, they're just so feverishly, I mean, this disgusting kind of display here, he just wants to eat her. And that's a phrase that I've heard in my head in that network, on the Sun Network. He's like, I just want to fucking eat you. Like, these motherfuckers want to eat me, but they can't. But that's kind of like why I know that. You know, that's why I know these things, because I have firsthand knowledge of a lot of this stuff. So make sure you follow me. Make sure you go to my Facebook, facebook.com/grimnasty, and see how I'm exposing all the lies and stuff in great details that nobody can really understand and explain, and how they connect, which could only come from the light itself. So follow me, man. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me everywhere. Instagram @grimnasty1, Twitter, all that. All right. See, he can't never do anything to her. He can't catch up with her. If he paints a thing on a wall, she'll run into it. Like, she's impossible. I've even seen her move on a wall before, and it was impossible. I was like, how is that possible? I've seen her do a lot of stuff, but that's one of the things that she is like, Pootie Tang, her character is Biggie Shorty. She's everywhere. She appears everywhere. They have her stationed over there where the whores are on the movie, on Pootie Tang. She's like impossible, Kim Possible. You know what I mean? Like, so everything that is happening is impossible. Like, she'll run off of this and she'll keep walking and never fall, but he'll fall. See what I'm saying? So, let's see here. What else? The Blue Man. In here, if you drink a lot of Kaleido Silver, what's going to happen to you is you're going to turn into your original self. That's about it. I mean, ultimately, you are a blue man. You are a blue individual, a blue being, whether you want to call it a man or not. You are a blue individual. Kaleido Silver only cleans you up. It does not give you diseases. So how is Agaria a disease? And how is Periodia a visual disease and an audio disease, when there is clearly a target for these deceptions being revealed? Clearly, they come up with a name that sounds like some nonsense, and they tell you that you have it, and then you believe it, and your government doesn't tell the truth. You should never believe your government, ever. All right, so there you have it. And her people were, obviously hurting here. I'm messing with the phone, but it's not doing what I'm wanting it to do. So imagine that. Go figure that. All right, so clearly you see some kind of big man complex here, where, or you can maybe say that this is some kind of reversal of truth, to say maybe he conquered them, but Gargamel is basically this dude here. His face is on the moon, which has one eyeball. If you look at Smashing Pumpkins video, they show you that the moon has one eye. So it's a deception. It's not a real moon. You know what I mean? And people are souls. Their soul orbs get sucked in the dark side of the moon, which I'm going to show you here in another clip. All right. So basically, super genius biological chemical corporation starting, Gadriel Lucifer comes in here with these machines and destroys all the trees, all the fallen angels with their technology, their Acme Corporation. And they want to eat the Smurfs. They want to eat these people. They want to eat everybody. They're just some nasty motherfuckers, man. On the cool, that's pretty much what's going on. It's like the blue people were in here, and they're told that they are the checkerboard now. So if you have all that heavy metal, which prompts you to go, your chakras to go to the moon after it's sat in your heavy metal blood, then this is going to go up, and it's going to hit the dark side of the moon. It's going to come out the back with no memory. And that's essentially how they keep us in here, because if we did remember, then we wouldn't stay here. And we wouldn't stay here. We would go back to where we belong, which I'm going to show you also. All right. There is the blue being in their full potential. They died off because there was no silica dioxide when they cut the trees down. Essentially, that's what they showed you in the movie. If you, there was a witch girl that sent me a picture of a blue man illustration with military people behind him. The military people did not shoot the blue man. They just discovered him and he was dead. So they just uncovered him with a tarp or something like that. That was the illustration. I can't find it anywhere. But yeah, they're basically saying that the blue people died because there was no silicon trees. You couldn't kill these motherfuckers. These are crystal beings. You couldn't just kill them. You had to like get rid of their environment. And if you want the DNA activation or your super abilities to come back, you just got to go to the sun. Stare into the sun. My Facebook.com/grimnasty. Don't go to my fan page. Go to my my Solomon All Rights Reserve page. You know, go to that one and you'll see all this stuff. I'm just busting it out. All right, so this is what she looked like when I met her, the first time I met her. And these are our Hollywood representations. This is the map of where we're going. This is what she looks like when she's in her projection. This is the brochure, how it, I didn't have this picture before, but somehow I got it exactly right. So I must be getting some divine answers right. Absolutely, of course. If you want to see the rest of these pictures and these examples, how they show you the woman with the light thing in her forehead, from Magnificent with the dove in her forehead to everybody else, you go to my Facebook page.com/grimnasty and you will see. You understand? So it is what it is. And this is another piece where we're going. It's literally right on the other side of Canada. It's not that far. It's right underneath the North Star. There's no way to mess it up. These greens, it's a hot place, and the green is so, how should I say, it's so electromagnetically, spiritually rejuvenating that if you stand in the green from where you feel absolutely fantastic. If you go here, you just turn into a Super Saiyan. You just turn into a superhero. All right, so Imagine Dragons, they told you. These people are blatantly reptilian from people, the sources that I've gotten. They're telling you to get to the X in the center. Nobody else has X's except for him. He's saying, get to the X. All right, are you going to be blood all over our bodies? You see that? Look, go to the roars, get to the X. They told you. That's on Imagine Dragons poster. Imagine. This is what they're going to do to everybody to get you to go underground so they can eat you. This zombie apocalypse thing is something they've been showing you since the 1950s. They want to do this, and that's what the 5G meters are going to do. If you stay in your house, that shit is going to send a millimeter wave, and it's going to cut those nanos on, and you're all going to be zombies in y'all's house, waiting to come running out like on Walking Dead, that one time when the outbreak happens, and everybody just comes running out all fucked up. That's what I'm saying, is that they're trying to make this as easy as possible. So if you get stuck in your house, all I had to do is just either cut off your breaker or just turn off pull out the 5G meter off the back of your house. Super easy. You know, when everyone's connected, no one is safe. And there's another example of these entities climbing up the wall in World War III, or AKA World War Z. That's Trump's wall. These are the individuals climbing it up after they get hit with the 5G bomb, and there's no stopping the spreading of it. It goes crazy and it goes rabid, and they become big mounds of people, like remote controlled, if you will. Here it is again on Wreck-It Ralph 2. They tell you might as well call it Di-Fi. They are going to enslave everyone with their 5G Wi-Fi signal. It's going to go through and hit everybody that's got these active nanodes and turn them into a bunch of drones that are going to be running around. That's what they're showing you, a bunch of sun idols turned into a drone, essentially, to follow this this sun god being that, you know, is the son of the creator. Dually, it's just like a play on words. There's nothing wrong with going to the sun to be helped, but depends on which sun you go to. This is the woman again that was on Wreck-It Ralph. That is the woman with the blue, big bouffante hair that looks just like that. She is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. You go to the center. I have a video way back, like maybe 50 videos. It says, it shows a flat plane, and as I was in a circus and I filmed it, and it has a big heart in the center of the plane, and everyone is spinning backwards around the heart in the circus that I went to. And I was like, wow, one of those seat things, you spin around the heart and you go backwards. And I'm like, wow, everybody in here is going backwards, and they should go to the center where the heart is. It's like they're telling you everywhere. I was in one of those little cheap little circus things they put in your city. There's Wreck-It Ralph, obviously. He's got the Fahrenheit clothes on. They're letting you know that he's like some kind of sun idol. Penelope, the queen that sits in the center in the Candyland, is the woman. But they're saying that she's small, so they like to try to make her like she's not so big compared to the sun idol that would be like the representation of the devil, or something that upholds over the woman, like sun idol worship. Again, this is where we're going. This is some of my DNA activation, which has actually been significantly more progressed since then. If you want to watch that, watch the Avatar 2 video that I have, DNA activation explained. I've got a bunch of them. Basically what happens is these little bumps here, when your crystal inside gets illuminated, the light comes out. I don't know if it's going to go that far because I'm not one of the blue people, but essentially the DNA activation brings their characteristics forefront in your body. So you look like the blue person, but you're not. But you're more like Jim Carrey Mask because you're in a different place. The place has been completely mixed up. Your superpowers that come back are completely different and just different in general, and cross combinations of all kinds of different stuff, which is going to be dope and badass. This is again where it's going. This is on my phone, just a good reminder. This is why it is a space between lines. It's Spiskowski's because they hate her. Spiskowski's a black scun. It's synonymous with funny names like Gargamel, Frankenstein, who created the Green Man hybrid, which would be Story of the Reptilians. You got big green cities here. They don't like her, so they ain't going to put her there. That's where she stands at. That's where you would see her. And that's that projection of that green woman that I showed you that was, in my video before, like a few pages back. So yeah, that's where we got to go. We got to get there. The trinity of the slave will be made whole. The worker bee, the man with no brain, and the guy that can't stand up because he has no courage. All right. So when you get, she's not jealous like this. These 7 cherubs in here want her, aka the 7 dwarfs in disguise, want the creator to be jealous that there might be somebody more beautiful out there because she is that damn beautiful. But she created everything that's going on, whether it be through somebody else or herself, because she created everybody. Why in the hell would she ever be jealous of Snow White? That's just a bunch of blasphemous nonsense. She don't give a shit about none of that shit. She don't care about who's beautiful, man. Damn, wow, what a bunch of nonsense. Well, anyways, on Jim Carrey Mask, they show you when you get that light, son, because he's the one that shows a mask of himself, Mr. Cheeks. All right, he don't look nothing like that. He's extremely handsome. But anyways, when you get the green mask, you get superpowers like Jim Carrey Mask. You understand? That's what they're showing you right here. That's the connection. I know you can see it, so don't pretend like you can't. Let's move on. All right, so people that are in the know, they have their DNA activations. I hope that I don't come out this hideous, but shit, whatever. If I'm saving people, man, you can't really be too mad about it. Nimrod has one too. Google Nimrod sculpture. Nimrod has them all over his face. As if he was a real guy anyway. Fuck, you can't trust the history around here.